Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading. About random shift. This is general or collective, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. So I did a quick meditation with my septarian nodule. This is a dragon's egg, and it's to improve communication. And we do have the Justice card coming through here as the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck for this reading. Justice is coming through, and she's wielding this sword of justice here. This is in her right hand, and it's basically saying if you're on the right side of spiritual and physical law, that this will be a blessing. If you're on the wrong side of spiritual law and physical law, it's going to be justice coming in, and you probably have a debt to pay. You're going to have to be responsible for your actions. We do have the veil in the background representing the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm. And so this is saying that justice starts on the spiritual level and it comes down to earth on the physical. She does have her right foot out, so she's ready to wield this sword at a moment's notice and bring this justice through. Now, this can talk about redemption from karma as well. And redemption from karma, a lot of people think of karma as being punishment, but it's actually cause and effect for your actions and sometimes your inactions. You could cause a lot of struggle and suffering and even the demise of someone due to your direct actions or from not doing something when you should. And this can also talk about indirect karma, which would be from associations that you have quite often with your ancestors. And sometimes it can be like with your friends, family, business associates, whoever you're dealing with, whoever is in your inner circle, basically. And the same thing, it's actions and inactions. And then we have the karmic spaces that we're humans, we make mistakes, we fall into these karmic spaces with ease, but we have to deal with the consequences of our actions either way. And so the Justice card, she does have her right foot forward. This is saying in body language, we're ready to take action. So she's ready to wield the sword at a moment's notice as soon as judgment comes through. And we do have a tower, so when the tower hits, generally the shift hits the fan, and that's when this is activated. So the tower energy in regular Torah would be when the lightning hits the tower and boom, it blows up basically, and there's people falling out of it. Everything has to be rebuilt. In my oracle here, this is Tales from the Vector. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This dragon energy, she was kidnapped as an infant and was forced to be in Plato's Cave of Allegri. And Plato's Cave of Allegri is talking about how people are kidnapped and they are chained to the cave here, in the cave, and they can only see this wall. And there's people going by down the road with all these different items, and they can only see the shadow of the items, but they think that that's what the world is. That's all they've ever seen. And one of them escapes out this hole here and takes off and comes back to say, you've got to get out of here. There's a whole world out there. It's really beautiful. It's not just all shadows like this. And he's squinting because he just came in from the sun, and they think, oh, he's gone blind and he's gone crazy. And they say, no, we're staying right where we are. And so Plato's Cave of Allegri is when your intuition is yelling at you to go and take action, to take a better look at something, and you don't. So then then eventually, if you don't nip it in the bud, you're going to end up having to deal with a big mess. And this energy, she was captured as an infant and has been forced to fan the flames of with her rage is creating this fire. And so this is being in a very difficult situation because you didn't listen to your intuition. The Tower, when it hits, if you're on the right side of the law, just with the Justice card here, it's saying that it's going to be uncomfortable for everyone, but in the end, you're going to look at it and say, my God, that was the best reality check in the world. Thank God that happened. It was really hard, but it was needed. And if you're on the wrong side of the law, you've been caught, and you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions or inactions. So there's a lot happening here already at the beginning of this reading. We have the King of Wands here, and he's sitting on his throne. Now, he's someone who's a visionary. Maybe he would have, I don't know if this is his energy, because generally the King of Wands catches on to things very quickly, but he might have had his mind on something else. He is, he is holding the wand here, which is made of wood, and this is talking about the element of fire. So he is, this is about taking passionate action. And he's looking into the future. He's a visionary person. He's considered to be like the sexiest of all the four kings. And he is, very charismatic and someone that has a good sense of humor. And he has an optimistic outlook on life. He likes to travel and explore different cultures and, solve the mysteries of the world, basically. On the back of his throne here, we can see that there's these salamanders chasing their tail with the lion, and that represents protection from fire. There's a little salamander running here as well. And I noticed a while back, there's a face on the back here. And you can see the eyes and the mustache and then the smoke coming out. So that could just say he's smoking hot, because he is, but it also could say that where there's smoke, there's fire. So the thing to know about the King of Wands is that he's a fire sign, and the fire signs typically have a tendency to mature a little bit later in life when it comes to settling down. They like adventure, they like the new, and sometimes that bleeds into their romantic life. So sometimes this could say, if there's smoke around the King of Wands, there could be fire when it comes to your romantic life. If you are in a relationship with the King of Wands, you want to make sure that that the boundaries are very clear in that relationship. We have the Empress energy, and this is talking about a very high level of manifestation. So really being able to have the life that you want. And she's sitting on her throne here. She is considered to have all the qualities of the four queens from the Minor Arcana wrapped into one person. She has managed to get to this level of manifestation through life experience. She's been there and done that, and she has managed to stay on her destined path anyway. She's, someone that is very considered to be, she can be considered to be maternal. She's considered to be pregnant with possibility. If you're not wanting to get pregnant at this time, this can be an indication that you're very fertile. So be careful if you're not wanting, especially if you're hanging out with the King of Wands. You might want to take care of that. Make sure that if you don't want to be pregnant, that you look after that. And we have the wheat at her feet here represents that ability to just grow things. And she is known for having bumper crops. And this is, it's not all magic what she does. She's learned a lot from her life experience. So she, if she wants to, say, grow a crop, she's going to decide, okay, which crop do I want to grow? Wheat? Okay. Which is the best field to grow it in? And she will look into that, and then she will take a look at the soil and have it tested. Does it need to be amended? Does it require fertilization? Does wheat grow in that field really well? She's also going to pick all the stones and rocks and anything that could damage the very expensive seeding and harvesting equipment. And then she'll plant it at the most opportune time. After that, she's organic, so she doesn't spray. She's like, okay, I've invested that time, money, and energy as much as I'm willing to at this time into this particular project. I've done everything I can to make it work. I'm going to wave my magic wand now. hey, nature and the universe, you do your thing. I'll check in with you at harvest and see how we're going. And then she moves on to the next project. She doesn't worry about it. She might do the odd rain dance if needed, but she's not going to worry about whether or not it manifests. She has a pretty good track record for growing bumper crops, whatever she is engaging in, and she just has faith in that and moves on to her next project. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this, of course, gives a very good lifestyle. And that's what the pentacles are about. They're about, earthly matters, like the physical matter of earth. To have a good lifestyle on earth, definitely you need to have money. And the pentacle energy is represented by a coin. Now, this is talking about a reward coming from the divine and the universe collaborating to bring you this great reward coming in from by staying on your path of glory, which is shown here. So this is a reward of a reward coming in that's going to really improve your lifestyle and your pentacle energy. And it's because you have been like the Empress on your path, doing everything you can to do things correctly, being a good person, being the best version of yourself. Unlike this energy. This is talking about cutthroat energy. This is someone who's willing to risk everything and anything to have, I feel, this definitely could be a couple here. This energy, or you could be one or two of these people. We don't know as of yet, but there's definitely this cutthroat energy coming in. This is someone who's willing to risk it all to have what you have, but they don't necessarily want to have to do the work, right? So they're coming at you, and you're like, this is the outer conflict coming towards you. They've laid down their swords, so you've managed to be able to whip their butts here, and you're telling them you want to send someone else in from your group because I'm not going to let you take what's mine. This is an energy, you don't really want to fight them, but you're not going to just roll over and let them take what's yours. This outer conflict quite often can cause inner conflict, and that's represented by this card as well. So this can be talking about three different versions of you. The sword energy is from the element of air, and it's talking about your thoughts. So it's talking about your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. And it's the swords, they are double-edged, and so they're talking about using your intuition and your logic to have creative solutions to problems. Now, the energy here is, this could be like three different versions of yourself showing the inner conflict. And, we have the subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind is formed when we're very young, before we hit kindergarten usually. And it's really the thoughts of the people that were in charge of our care. Babies are very, they're like sponges. They absorb the energy in their environment like sponges. You think about a newborn baby, how much that newborn baby learns in the first year and leading up to going to kindergarten. And so, but like those thoughts are formed by the environment that you're provided. So, the culture, the religion, even the food you eat. How do your parents approach money? What are their thoughts on, love? Do they fight a lot? All of that energy is heavily imprinted on you. And then that makes up the subconscious mind. And when we get into outer conflict, quite often that's the first one that pops up because it's so heavily imprinted on us. But it's not necessarily the most reliable. And then we have the unconscious mind, which is, our spiritual needs. And a lot of people will agree, I'm a human being and I have a soul. But from the soul's perspective, you're a soul traveling in a human body. And this is your vehicle for navigating Earth. And if your spiritual needs are not met, the unconscious mind will start arguing with the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. And the conscious mind is your what you have a handle on. He can relate this story. These two people approached me. I cleaned their clock. I'm waiting here in case there's a third one. And I still have some swords left here and some energy. I will fight for what's mine. And that's the energy of the conscious mind, totally able to relate the story and have clear memory of what happened. And so this energy is talking about if you can get these three minds working really well together through meditation and prayer, and quiet that mind down and take control over it, and instead of letting your mind control you, that's when you start to have that inner peace, and you can plug that energy into your authentic desires. It will, inner conflict does attract outer conflict, and outer conflict does cause inner conflict. So it can become a vicious circle. This is saying you need to tame your mind to be quiet and say, I'm in control of my mind. The mind's not in control of me. And then we have the Ace of Cups coming in. Really awesome to see this after a tower. This is definitely saying this tower is in your favor. You are deserving of some sort of justice coming in for this situation. And so the Ace of Cups energy, it's talking about love. And so when, the cups in tarot do represent romantic love, but it's also can be love of anyone or anything, including yourself. You might have more love for yourself now. And of course, this attracts more love. And the energy is talking about, it can also be something that you really love to do or something you really love to be. And this is being an overflowing, like a fountain. It's constantly pouring through you, and there's a never-ending supply. And we have the dove here representing peace, peace of mind and an open heart energy. And it's also talking about these water lilies growing. The water lilies grow from the mud underneath the water. And so sometimes when we go through hardship such as this, it actually puts us in a better position to receive love. When the aces come in, it's talking about new energy coming towards you after going through this difficulty. Awesome energy. And we have, look at, there's the tower. This is where the tower, it's talking about this tower. So this is the energy I was talking about. At first the universe is whispering to you, hey, you want to take a look at something here, but you don't. So then you get the frying pan treatment, whack over the head, and you're like, universe, why are you, that hurt. Why are you doing that? And it's like, that's nothing. Pay attention. You need to take a look at something. And you don't. So then the 2x4 comes out, and eventually the lightning hits the tower, and look at, there's the people falling out, and this has to be rebuilt. So this is talking about, I feel this is saying, it's just relating back to this, that the justice coming in is that you noticed here, and you've been working on quieting your mind so that your focus is not on what other people are doing. In my readings, I don't like to focus on, I don't care what the other people are doing. I want to have a strong response to whatever's happening. And it's good to have an idea what the other people are up to, but the main focus has got to be on yourself. What are you doing, and what, to make your life better? All you're doing is feeding the energy to other people. If you're thinking about them, it's like they're renting free space in your mind. It's not the best scenario. So this is talking about taking action early so that as in this situation, and look, the reward is having that more beautiful lifestyle and more love in your life, whether that's romantic love or love for yourself or love of what you love to do or be. And look at this, we have the Three of Pentacles energy. So I don't know, there's some sort of energy going on here. Now, I'm not sure that this is the collective's energy. If this is you having to fight this energy, is this a situation where this is a couple? Because there has been a couple coming in, and there is an Empress involved. She was just in my last reading that I did late last night. And this is part 2. This is talking about, the Three of Pentacles energy is saying that you're in an elevated position at this time. Like, look at the aces coming in. and love and money. What more could you ask for? Well, there's more, but like we'll see if there's any more aces that show up. But you're in an elevated position, and this is representing someone that is has mastered their skill set, and people are noticing, wow, this person is really, really good at what they do, and people are wanting to collaborate with you. So these two here are coming in, and we have two people here, and two people falling out here. And here you are with all the ace energy. I do feel like this may be, I'll post it at the end of this video, the reading. It was from the daily reading that I did for this morning, actually. And there was an energy of an Empress energy that was working with someone. And it's been coming up in my readings. So there could be, like, this energy is talking about, yeah, these people want to collaborate with you, but they already have the plans in their hands. Is this going to benefit your lifestyle, or is this just to benefit them? And quite often this can represent secret society energy, you know, people who want to take advantage of you. And if you won't sign up for it, then sometimes they'll come at you like this. Well, quite often. The secret society energy is really about, you know, the group is way more important than any individual. And there are certain industries, typically the entertainment industry, where they will, you know, take control, and they want to take control of your life. And it's a cutthroat industry. You see it, that's what we just saw with all those files coming out, and all the information coming out these days is a lot of information about how some of those industries work. And so this is saying this is a very good position to be in, to be like people recognizing they want what you have because you've worked for it. But this energy is also talking about, you know, if people are approaching you, make sure, absolute sure, that they are, that it's going to benefit your lifestyle, and that you're not going to have to make concessions to, you know, because quite often this energy, they use other people, and you'll hear about the person who has all the talent, you know, the actor, the actress, the musician, the band, you know, the athlete ending up being breadcrumbed, and everybody else living very well off them. If you are in a situation like this, what it's saying is listen to your intuition first if you're going to sign up with this, and also get someone, a lawyer, that is really understands these contracts, to double check and triple check this contract before you sign anything. This is about stronger communication, this septarian nodule, and I can hear it saying, look into the communication, look into the fine print of anything that you sign a contract or sign up for. And I mean, if it is solid, then it could be saying this is going to bring in these aces. But I don't like the energy that it's sitting on here with that, I don't know, with the tower. I like this energy on this side better. And this side is closer to the justice, so let's keep going. We have, yeah, like the hangman. This is saying you want to take your time before you sign anything, to be able to be in an energy of the hangman energy. He hangs from the tree of knowledge. He gathers his facts. Before he signs up for anything. So he is looking at this energy of the, hello, Stella. Oh, yes. Did you just wake up? Sorry, my cat just wants to say hello. Do you have a good purr going already? Yeah. She loves to sit on my lap and listen to the readings. Yeah, did you wake up and I was doing a reading without you? Sorry. Okay, do you have enough attention now? We can get on with the reading. So this is talking about looking at hanging from the tree of knowledge, and really making sure you look at the fine print here before you sign up, and looking at it from every single angle, and then that energy, you know, not taking action until you did, because the warning here is, it's sitting on the tower, that if you don't, you're going to end up, instead of manifesting for yourself, manifesting for other people and being caught in this situation. So this kind of can talk about being stuck in energy for a long time, like these people in the cave. They can't figure out that, like, that life could be so much better. And then we have, look at this, the three swords in the heart. So this is heartache, heartbreak that can come from not looking into things the way you need to, not listening to your intuition and just going ahead. And sometimes people will put a lot of pressure on you. You have to sign now. If you don't do it now, then, it's going to pass you by. And quite often in matters of romantic love, this can talk about an energy of a third party splitting up a couple, because maybe one is in that energy and the other one isn't. Wow. So that's kind of interesting energy. And this is talking, when you first look at this, you think, whoa, there's three swords in this person's heart. How are they ever going to recover from this? But when you look at it again, you realize this heart is actually very big in context to the sword energy. So this is the thoughts of other people trying to invade your heart, your love of life. And this is talking, like, this sometimes can represent a third party energy in romantic love, dividing a couple, gossip, slander. This could be someone who has their heart in their throat. They're afraid to speak their truth because of the tactics being used here. And so this is really saying that you want to make sure that if you have to make a decision, that you really look into it before making it, so that you don't make a decision that keeps you stuck in negative energy. And then we have the King of Pentacles at the top. So I feel like, this could be a good solid offer. It's just saying, make sure you check into it. The King of Pentacles, he's got grapes all over his robe, because he's someone that has really shown that he can have a really good lifestyle. The grapes in tarot represent abundance and being able to grow something that's difficult to grow, a luxury item that not everybody can grow. And this is talking about having a very beautiful lifestyle after heartache, or avoiding heartache. It's about opening your eyes up to, getting your mind to work for you so that you get what you love here instead of giving it away to someone else. That's the energy I'm picking up here. We have the King of Wands, and this could be a couple that are, I don't know, there's an energy from the past reading. I'll put it with this at the end in the suggested videos. And then the Hangman, it's talking about taking your time so you can avoid a tower, and then having this beautiful lifestyle. It's also talking about, you might have had some heartache in the past, or I feel though it's more saying about avoiding the heartache and staying, there could be some justice coming in though from something that happened in the past, or something that this energy has been up to. Like, where is all this cutthroat energy coming from? This is saying that you love yourself enough to calm down and take strong action, so that you stay on your path, and you're rewarded greatly by having this beautiful lifestyle at the top. Let's see what else is going on here with the Oracle. We'll just clarify it. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. Your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, I really appreciate them all. These cards here, the numbers are representing my Oracle Tales from the Vector. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. If you want to go, you can check it out there. I haven't brought it out because I'm working on it now, on the information that goes with it. So I need to play with the cards a little bit more. But this is the order that they are in the gallery. And so if you want to take a look, you can take a look at them. I will put that information in the description box below in the order that they appear here. So we have Mother's Worry right away here on this card. Now this card though has been coming up because a lot of people, they call Earth Mother Earth. And it's talking about a lot of people with all the information about what's going on in the world, it's talking about, you know, the state of the world at this time. A lot of people are like, wow, there's a lot of shift going on in the world. There's a lot of shift going underneath the underlying energy in the world, and having to be so careful about not getting caught in these kinds of situations where, I mean, where you have this cutthroat energy. These people are willing to risk everything to come after what you have, rather than having to work for it themselves. And this is saying you can anticipate a strong future if you have, you know, you're on a foolhardy journey. A foolhardy, when you start out, the fool starts out at the 0 point on a new cycle. And this is saying that you've stayed, like you are in this Empress energy. So this can talk about your energy, and this could also be a couple, because that's, tarot can go both ways. The cards can go either way. So there could be some sort of energy around that. And I don't know, maybe your mother has said, I don't like that guy. Could be something like that. Mothers always know best. And then we have denial. Yeah, what I don't know won't hurt me. There's something going on here. Your intuition is saying pay attention so that you don't have a tower hit. And then we have someone wants to create trauma and drama in your life. They want... And this could be in your love life from the past here. This could be an energy. If your mother is telling you, hey, that dude, I don't know, maybe you want to look into it a little bit, because this is sitting right on the love. But this is, I feel this is an old energy that you have learned from, and you don't engage. This is a lot of new energy coming in. And so the last place you want drama is in your significant other relationship, in particular your husband, your spouse, your wife, or significant others, and people in your inner circle as well, but especially with someone that you have a relationship with a significant other. The last place you want is drama there. And look at, we have the Hangman sitting on this energy here. So this is saying twice that you want to have balance in your life. If you want to have balance in your life, look into this situation. Yeah, I feel like definitely, I think you have avoided a tower up to this point, but you might, you know, you don't want to get stuck in this energy. So really look into it, because this is the promise, and you're designated to receive this. And so it doesn't have anything to do with other people. It has to do with your intuition and what your intuition's telling you to do. We do have Scorpio energy. And so this is talking about Scorpio energy is the sexual gladiator of the universe. And that can talk about manifesting at a very high level. It's also talking about, you know, Scorpio in its best energy unites people, elevates them. And in the worst, it's conquering. So each and every one of the horoscope signs does have its strengths and weaknesses. And I just want to make it clear, when I have horoscope signs come out in my readings, I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about the energy itself, the sign itself. And so this is saying this, that you have this reward coming. And maybe other people are more aware of it than you are at this time, because you're busy doing. And so this is saying you can anticipate a strong future. You don't need to make rash decisions or rely on other people. The divine is telling you, you will have this. Stay on the straight and narrow, stay on your destined path. And there's something you need to listen to here. Your mother's right. Mothers are always right. All right. And so this is not necessarily, this could be someone in your reading. You might say, no, Colette, there is a Scorpio involved. That could be, but I want you to understand that I'm not saying that there's a Scorpio involved. I'm saying this is the energy. It's about uniting or conquering. All right, I do have, I really enjoyed this reading. This was good, with starting out with the tower and all that. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. And thank you for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. And I'll be back with another reading for you again soon. Bye for now.